Hi everyone, it's Tammy, and I am going to make a Christmas card. I know it's early, but I'm thinking I might make a Christmas card once a week so that I'll have Christmas cards when it comes time for Christmas. Imagine that. And really, it's about half the year over, so it's really only like 29 cards. Maybe not even that many. I don't know. I haven't really counted the weeks. I have been getting some new stamp sets, and I have some stamp sets, as you guys know. I have a zillion, and I have some really cute Christmas ones, and I thought, you know what, that would be a really good idea, something fun to do, and it would allow me to have homemade cards and without the stress of having to make a ton of them all at once. And honestly, I haven't sent out cards, I don't know, for a year or so. I know I didn't last year, and I don't believe I did the year before, so this will give me no excuse. So I found this little donkey set, which I think is really cute, and I have some dies to go with it. And then I have in my stash a collection of holiday paper, and this was in there, and I thought this was really cute, and I kind of like that goldy color. And so I looked in my stash as well and found this that I think goes pretty well with it. So I was kind of debating, I think I'm going to do the card like this, and then when I was doing that I thought, why don't I do this on film so that you guys can see it, dingbat. So that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do this because my donkey's gonna be brown, and then I think I might put a stripe of this on there, possibly. And then I may use like this as a little border or something, and this might actually be too wide. I don't know yet, but let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and do the donkey and get him started so that I know that what my choices of colors and all of that are. Let's see, do I have white cardstock out here? I'm getting quite the collection of different colors. Oh goodness, I don't think I have a white. Oh, I have that. That's too little. Oh, that might be big enough. I might be able to use some of my scraps, which is always fun. And I know I want the donkey, and I know, well, I don't know, but I think I want a hay bale. And I know I want a donkey. Which one do I want? And I think I want it to say Peace on Earth too. But I'm thinking I might do the Peace on Earth with embossing. That would be pretty. Ooh, and I need a mouse. I just saw the mouse. I have to have a mouse. Get all the critters. I could even do the fence. Okay, so let's get started with this stuff. And I'm going to use my archival ink pad that I need to clean my scrub-a-dubba. I'm going to stamp a couple of these. I think I'll go ahead and stamp 4, but I don't know that I'll use all of them, but let's just go ahead and have them. And then I'm going to get my Stampin' Scrub and my Stampin' Mist so that I can clean my stamps as I go along and put them away. That is always handy. My little donkey. Hopefully I left enough room to be able to die cut them. Oh, Oh, I missed a little spot. That's okay. I'm just going to fill that in if I need to with a black marker, which is a good tip if you guys miss a spot like that. Instead of throwing it out, just fill it in if you can with like a, if you're coloring it with alcohol markers, you need like a water and Copic proof pigment ink, so I can use that. And my little mouse. Oh, I love it. Put the little mousey back. I'm going to put this away, even though I don't know if I'm done stamping. I just like to kind of clean as I go if I can. And I'm going to color these out before I cut them out. And the only other thing I'm thinking I want to use is the Peace on Earth. And maybe I'll put that on here. Let's see, how would that look? If I did this, and then this here with my little scene up here, and then I did Peace on Earth. You know what might be prettier than gold? It might be pretty if I have a color that's kind of this color. And I think I might. I think there's one called Gold Rush that I have in my stash. Wow, it pays to have stuff forever. This might be a little orangier, but this is an old, close to my heart color. I'm going to try it. I'm going to emboss right on here. And then I might cut this down, so... Okay, let's do that first so I can get all of my stamping done, maybe. I have that "Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me" in my head. I'm going to do it over here, right here, I think. Clean this off really quick. Okay, then I'm just putting some paper behind it, just some, it's scrap paper. This is kind of orangey. Hopefully it'll dry a little bit better. Let me see if I can get off any of this. It's not too bad though. We'll see how that looks. My microfiber to get all that up. And let me use my heat tool. I'm going to heat this up for about 10 or 15 seconds. And I'm noticing that I'm going to let that heat up over here, I think, while I try to clean this up just a little bit. There's a little bit of embossing powder that I don't want on there. I should have used my little embossing tool thing, but I always forget it, my powdery thing. Okay, there, that looks better? And this melts that embossing powder. So cool. I love embossing powder. It's kind of crooked, but I think I can fix it if I cut it correctly. I hope. Okay, let me put this in here, and then I'm gonna take a scrap piece of paper. And I need to do it closer to me so I can see. So I'm sorry if you guys can't see, but what I'm doing is I'm lining up the letters to the bottom of the wire that's in here so that I know that it's straight. And there's that P in there, so I'm trying to make sure I take that into account. And then hopefully when I cut it, it's gonna cut it so that now it's straight, and then I can do the same thing on this side and line it up with whatever I feel like I need to. And I think I'm gonna do the plastic part of this. That looks straight. Hopefully it is. Oh lordy, it looks like it's not. Okay, don't do what I said, folks. Or don't do what I did. Do what I say. We're trying to make this straight, and I'm not doing a very good job. There's not enough of the lettering for me to be able to tell, so I'm kind of winging it a little bit. Which isn't exactly what I want to do, but you know what? I can always go back and restate this if I have to. I feel like it's going up at an angle right here, so I'm going to see if I can't just trim it, because I don't want to get too close to the letters with my cutter. All right, that might work. So do I like just that piece on earth, or do I want it like that? I don't know. I think I'll decide that at the end, because I can't decide right now. So let's go ahead and start coloring. I am going to be using some alcohol-based ink. And I think I'll use this. For that, I always like to have a scrap piece of paper, or at least somewhere that I can test the colors. This one is, these are fine color markers that I ordered off of Etsy some time ago, but you can still get them, and I think the whole set, which is these 2 bags, is around $120, which is a whole lot cheaper than the $6 plus a piece Copics. So that's why I like these, and I think that they do a good job for what I need. I am not an expert colorer by any stretch, so I think that they do a great job for my needs. If you are an expert, you obviously could use whatever you want or you might need, but this is a good option for some of you who just might want to have all of the colors and try all of the things, but you don't want to put all of the money out, which is me. Sorry, I had to take a drink, and I am looking for a a color kind of like that goldenrod for these. And then I want a darker, maybe black and darkerish brown. And then I also need a brown for the fence. So let's see what color this is. That's a dark brown. That's a nice brown. And this one looks like it could be a little reddy. And it is a little more red. That might be good for the donkey. Maybe that one for the fence and this one for the donkey. So then I'm going to see what number this is. This is 165. Here's a 168. Let's see what that does. Okay, that's not bad. And a 169. See, I don't know how that works. Why is this one so much darker? This might be good for the fence, though. And then I'd like something lighter. So what are these numbers? 166, 169. Here's a 171. Let's see what this color is. Nope. So sorry, maybe I should pick out my colors before I come on. I could do the donkey gray, or I could do the mouse gray. That's kind of a nice color for the mouse, maybe. I like that one better for the mouse. Those two grays. And they say to do 3s, but sometimes I have a struggle with that, so I don't know. So I might do that for him, and then I just might do just plain black for his mane, and I'm going to go ahead and get started with it. Because that's what the fun is, I think, is the coloring. Well, that's not all the fun. I love the whole process. I love card making. And MD card making, that has become a fun craft for me to do too. Now I am running out of ink in this black one, which is not a good thing. And normally I would say that if you're running out of ink that you should refill it, because with the Copic markers, the refill is about the same price as one marker, but you get 3 refills with it, so it makes it way more economical. But I don't know if these are refillable, and if they are, I wouldn't know what color of Copic to necessarily match up, so I haven't been refilling these. Instead, I'm just tossing them. But if you have a Copic, you don't want to color when it's like this, because you will ruin the nib. And then they do actually have replacement nibs too. The Copics, they are good, but again, they're very expensive. Not that they're not worth it, just that I'm not worthy of them yet. I do have a few and I love them, but whew, the nibs on the ends are fabulous. That's the best thing that I can say about them for sure. And so for these, when they get crummy, I just toss them. And there are some places, if you go to Etsy, that you can find and you can just purchase a new color. So I sometimes will just keep my lid and throw the marker away, so then I know what color to get. I need another drink. So for the donkey, I thought I might do these colors, but I also need a lighter brown. Let's see here. Maybe this one is a lighter brown. Nope, that's a darker brown. Oh, there we go. This is a lighter brown. Okay, so what I'm going to do is and different people are going to have different techniques, but the technique that I have found that I like best is to color the whole thing in my lightest color. So I didn't do any shading or anything with the black because, well, I just didn't. You probably could, I just didn't. And I don't understand the whole light source thing and all of that exactly, so I just do what looks right to me, and you know, I suggest you guys just try it and play with it. If you are afraid of alcohol markers, don't be. The key is blending. They blend so wonderfully. That is what the fun is of coloring with them. But of course you can use whatever you like to color. If you like colored pencils or watercolors, I love still to do watercoloring too. So once I have my base color down, I take my second lightest color, which I think is this one, but I'm just going to double check just because you never can tell. Okay. And then I'm going to go all around his little donkey body. And I'm just going around every outline. And I've noticed too that most colors will dry a little bit lighter than they start out with. So just keep that in mind too. Okay, and then what I do is I go ahead and blend again with the lightest color. And I've just double checked that I had the lightest color indeed, because I have done that before where I've thought I had the lightest color and instead I had the darkest color, and I just started right dab in the middle blending, and oh man, I guess it's gonna be a darker donkey if I did that. So you can see already how that like takes, I don't know, it's amazing how these markers work. And then I take my darkest color and I just like to do like a thin outline. Mostly where it would be darker, and I just follow the lines that they've already given me. Like, I'm not going to do his belly because usually the belly would be a little lighter, I think. Could be wrong. But that's the way I see it in my head. And like where his hair is, it would be a little lighter, or a little darker under there. Definitely where his tail is. By some of his ear. I'm even going to put some pink in here in his ear. And then I take my middle color and I just kind of try to blend that in. So that there won't be a dark line. And I'm using small circles. You can do the flicks, you can do small lines, whatever you like. And you're just trying to get rid of that harsh line. And sometimes even the harsh line is useful, but I don't want it on my donkey. So isn't that cute? I mean, I think it looks pretty good. It's not a professional coloring, but hey, I think he looks really cute. And I think a nice finishing touch is to take your black marker and go over their eyes or any of the detail. Sometimes I even like to go over the lines, because sometimes with these alcohol markers, they get it like a little fuzzy around the line, and I don't know exactly why, but it gets like fuzzy, like the ink kind of smears a little. And that could be because they aren't the Copics, or it could be that Copics do it too. It could be the paper that I'm using. I don't really know, but it doesn't take much time to outline it, and it usually will like help smooth out the imperfections. So definitely not a necessary step, but I could argue that it helps. And I don't do it on every image, but I do it on some of them, and I think this is a good one to do it on. And I didn't color the rest of his snout because I wanted it to be lighter, so I just left it. And I'm going to take a pink, and I'm going to use kind of a pinker pink than you would think that you would want, because this does dry a lot lighter. So I'm going to try this one and see how that looks, and if I decide that I want it to be pinker, I'll even go in with it again. So there's that one. And then I wanted to do my mouse. This looks like the lightest color, but I'm not sure. Yes, it is. So I'm going to color my whole entire mouse. And then I'm going to go in with my second darkest color, which is that. So I'm going to just and now I'm just, since this is so small, I'm going to go ahead and go in with my darkest color just in a few spots. His ear. And then I'm going to take the lightest color again. Go over that, and then I'm going to take that pink again and do his ear too. And hopefully you guys can see how like blurry it is along the edge. Now I am going to die cut him, so it will get a little bit better with that, but let's see if we can make it look any better just by outlining him with my pen. I don't know, you can be the judge, but I think it looks better. So I'm good with that. I'm good with the mouse. I'm going to put those colors away. I'm good with the donkey. I'll put those colors away. Oops, I accidentally put my pen in here. I need to do the fence, and I need to do bales of hay. Goodness. And you know what? I think I might even want like a yellow. Oh, that's for the, okay, this is for the fence. Never mind. But I do want something lighter than that too. These are all awfully dark again. So tell me how you guys like this. Do you like this kind of video where it goes from start to finish? Would you prefer I had some things already picked out and cut out and ready to go and make it a shorter video that's still shows you what I've done? Or what do you guys like? And I know I'm going to get varying opinions, so I don't really know even why I'm asking. And maybe I might just do a combination of videos and do them all differently so that hopefully it will give everybody what they want. But I know for me, sometimes if it's heavy in technique, I might like to see how you do it all. I also sometimes enjoy watching people color, so I like that too. So I don't know. And I really don't know if this fence is supposed to be like that or if it's supposed to be open or like, I don't know. So I'm going to look at my die cut, or my dies. Okay, it's just open, so it could just be like that. Maybe I'll just do it like that. And then which one is darker? This is the darkest, I think. No, it's not. This is the lightest one, or the lighter of the two. The lighter of the two darker ones. Since I had three, that was a dumb thing to say. This is the medium shade. Alright, so then now that I've done that, I'm going to take the lighter one again. I'm just smoothing over all of the color. Oh, and I didn't do this one. How I missed that, I don't really know, but I did. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Then I'll take this darkest one, and I will just go where I think it would be darker on the ends. And then where the wood touches each other. Kind of like the way that that looks even with the little markings in there, so I'm going to just try to smooth it just a little bit, but I don't think I'm even going to worry too much about it. I kind of like how some of it looks a little bit lighter than others because it's wood. Well, it's supposed to be wood. You know what I mean. And if you're looking for professional technique, please do not continue watching me and go to somebody else, because I am not a professional, but I just like to do it and it's fun. So there's that. And then now for the hay bales, I might use this lightest brown, possibly, but I also need like some more yellowy colors. Ooh, that's kind of green. Don't want number 7. What about number 2? What's yellowy? What about number 3? That's too yellow. What about number 8? Ooh, that's a good one. And let's see, I'd like one more that's kind of, ooh, this one might be good. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, so let's do this. Let's get the number 2, yeah. And I am going to color, I'm going to use the fat end. I'm even going to color over those things because I can easily color them a darker color. The little rope that's holding it or whatever. Because I'm going to cut it out, I'm not too worried about coloring outside of the lines. Sorry, I'm like totally concentrating, so I'm not talking. I'm sorry if that's annoying. Sometimes, man. These are pretty easy to color though because they're just big rectangles. And finally, this one is the darkest. So I'm just making it a little darker on both sides of the hay bale because if you think about it, when you have a rubber band or something holding something together, it's darker right around where that rubber band is holding it together. So we'll do that. And then I'm going to take the middle color, which I think is this one. And I'm just going to color the whole daggone thing. All right. Then I will take my black marker again, and I think I'm just going to color these things with this. Fun. Yeah, I think those look cute. Now, if I really wanted to be crazy, I could outline this hail, why can't I say this, bale of hay. Like I could do each one of these little things. I think that would make it look really cool, but I honestly just don't want to have to fool with all that. Maybe I'll do one. And I'll put that one in the front. And I'm going to do this one since I already started it. Alright, not too bad. Now I think that we can start die cutting. So I'm going to move these markers over. I'm going to take a drink. Bring out my big shot. And let's get these puppies cut out. So a bale of hay, I can only do one at a time. And a donkey. I think it's this one. And a little mouse. I'll do the fence in another round. So my little mouse is here, and my donkey, and one of the bales of hay. Look at me, yay! Gonna put it on this one. On this one, and then I will do the fence and the last hay bale together. Maybe I should have colored the whole fence because it would have been better had it not had white in the middle of it, but that's okay. I will just make it work. Okay, I think I have all my pieces and parts now. I think. Just need to figure out what I need to do with all of those. I know I want this on the bottom. And I know that I want this separating the bottom from the top. I just don't know what I want to do with that yet, if anything. And then I need to create my little scene up here. Oh goodness, something fell and it scared me. Oh, okay, I don't like all of those whatever these are called, hay bales. Maybe I just need one. Maybe I need to put the fence over here and the hay bale here. And the donkey here, and the mouse here. Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I need to ground this in some way, so I think I'm going to take a really light, actually I'd really like a really light brown if I can find one, and make it look like kind of a dirt floor. This might do. Okay, so I'm just measuring with my finger about where I want this. I know I want it to be a little higher. And I don't even care that it's like not a solid line. I kind of think that looks all right. Something like that. So let's go ahead and stick this stuff down. I'm going to use my double-sided tape. I'm just going to put this right on the bottom. And then I will use my piece on earth. Like that. And then I will stick down this fence gate or whatever. And this bale of hay. I said it right that time. Did you guys notice? And then I'm going to take a dimensional for the donkey. Then I will take a dimensional. I have many dimensionals. What did I do with them? Well, I know I have some mini dimensionals. I'm all excited about them too because they're way cool. Oh, here they are. They're like little baby dimensionals. And I think if I just put one on the mouse, he will be fine. And there we go. I think it's kind of a simple card, but I think it's way cute. Peace on Earth. So there we go. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I hope that you like this series. Let me know if you like it like this, where I show you everything from start to finish, and you know, I'll try to do it a little bit of every way, but I do like to know how you guys like things. So thanks so much for watching. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.